welcome to Stitches and Sundries. This is a podcast about cross-stitch and stitchy goodness. My name is Lauren. You can find me on Instagram at LaurenUpStitching. And it is the middle of May. I can't remember the date. And I think this is episode 57. I'm probably wrong. I used to know the episode's really good, and now I don't. I was away last week. I usually try and upload every 2 weeks, but I have been dog sitting like crazy, and I thought it wouldn't impact my schedule, and it is just made getting the dedicated time to do this completely impossible. So I skipped a week, but that means I have lots to show, sort of. But it has meant my stitching time has been chaotic at best. I am generally a cat person. Like, I love all animals and will love and take care of all animals. Like, it doesn't matter. But I have 2 cats. One of which is being a little potato right on the other side of this desk because I've been away. So she's being very friendly. But I really miss dogs. And so dog sitting is a great way to see other dogs. But man, I forgot how much like work they are. And they are, you know, they have to be right up on you. And right now I am dog sitting a giant Great Dane named Dash. He's like one of my best customers. And he's so drooly. And I can't have my workout around very drooly dog. Like, I love him dearly, but he's so drooly. And so it has to stay in its bag. So that has definitely impacted my life. I think the weather got a little bit nice and everybody was like, vacation, goodbye, running away. So I have some cross stitch updates. I have one finish, one new start, 4 whips, 4 whips, and an upcoming start. And then I also have a little bit of haul. I have the Epic in Bloom box from Bestitch Me to unbox at the end of this. So, and of course I still have a cough. So if you're interested in any of that, I hope you stick around. I am so happy to be able to keep doing this and hanging out with you guys and talking about stitching and fun stuff. And I'm just watching a very fat cat climb a tower of pillows over there. She's incredibly agile for as chubby as she is. So let's start with a finish. So I was really close to a finish on this last time. And this is, I'm not going to show this is, I'm going to show you the finished piece, right? This is how I store my finishes. This is Stegosaurus Skeleton by the Happy Little Mouse. And it is completely done now. I really like the way this turned out. It is so colorful. It is so pretty. And it has just turned out really great. I'm doing this as a stitch along with my girlfriends. So we have to do a stitchy day to get an update from them. Last I saw, obviously I won. But they don't cross stitch the way I cross stitch. So there's a different amount of you know, put this in front of me and I was going to finish it. So I also got finishing materials. So my plan is to finish this as a small disc pillow. And so I picked my fabric and I thought I would go really over the top. And I've decided to finish this in gold, yellow velvet. I really wanted, let me see if I can put this up here. I didn't plan this out. There we go, we can kind of see. I really wanted that pink, that fuchsia color, but they didn't have it. They had green and gold at Joann's, which is where I was buying my fabric. And there's already so much green in this. I thought the gold would be a nice complement, but something a little different. So a lady that I dog sit for quilts and sews a lot. And one time we were talking about it, and she offered to finish this for me. And so I've got the fabric now, and I'm going to go talk to her probably, maybe even today, because I have to go by her house on the way back. So I think just folding fabric. I think I'm going to drop it off and ask her, you know, if she can finish it. She said she could do a disc pillow. So I don't just want it to be like a round pillow. I want it to actually have like a 3-dimensional, like sides and then a back. And she said she shouldn't have any trouble with that. So I do need to get some polyfill though, or pillow form or something to go with it. But yeah, that is done. Super cute. It's gonna go in our craft room when we're done. When it's completely finished, like go in one of our office chairs, just as a little decorative pillow. Very cute. So that was my finish. Let's talk about whips. Actually, let me do my new start. What bag is my new start in? This one? Let me talk about my new start because it kind of meets with my finish. So even prior to finishing it, I started this one. This is Please Don't Summon Demons by Happy Little Mouse. This was chosen by a friend of mine, Anjali. She is in our Pathfinder group to play RPGs with. And as somebody mentioned to her that I cross-stitch. And she's like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted one of those please don't summon demons in the bathroom signs. Can you make one and I'll buy it? Do you ever sell your stuff at craft shows, or do you ever? And I was like, you don't have to buy it. Like, we're friends. I'll make one. Yeah, absolutely, I'll make one. So she picked out this one out of several patterns on Etsy. It was like she really liked it, and I thought it was so funny since I just was finishing up a Happy Little Mouse stitch. And so I started it on the exact same fabric and everything. Like, I went through my fabric stash, nothing made sense. So on the same 14 count Black Aida, crunchy Black Aida from Joann's, I started Please Don't Summon Demons. That's what I got. That little demon dude, I love him so much, and my sister loves him so much. She wants me to stitch him individually for her bedroom. So he is so cute. So yeah, pretty good progress. I think I'm already like 25% done. Like, this will go so quick. It's a pain in the butt because I only have one hoop that this crunchy Aida likes to go in. But yeah, it is a pretty quick stitch up. Lots of color changes in this little demon dude. But there's like, I think there might be 2,000 stitches in the whole thing. Like, this is going to take no time at all. So nice, quick little gift stitch. Makes me feel good. Yeah, look at. So for that very quick little gift stitch, this is a pretty chunky color choice. I'll show you guys my new tag method. I got these stickers printed with every DMC color and color name. I don't think those are official though. And multiples of black, white, a couple others that you use all the time of. And so I make the tag, stitch it, stick the thing on, and then I reinforce all the thread holes because I was pulling, sometimes it would get snagged and just rip right through the bottom of the tag. So I reinforce all my tag holes with business cards. Like when people give me business cards, which you pick up business cards just randomly all over the place. And half the time you don't even want them. So if they have a blank back, that's what I use. And I love that method. Like, they're the best tags I've made ever. I could invest in like really nice tags, but not for the volume of tags I need. Like, the volume of tags I need would be crazy. So, whips. So whips. I'll do one more. So an upcoming start for me. It might even get started. It'll get started this week. It won't get started today because I gotta go back up and watch a puppy. This is Lola Crow's Greenhouse of Oddities sal that is going on right now. This is as far as it's on. And I have gotten everything kitted up for that. But I have not started it, but I figured I'd share my fabric I chose. This is Vintage Smoky White from 123 Stitch. And I'm doing it 28 count 2/2. So it's gonna be big. Why do I always do big pieces? Because I like 28 count 2/2. Could do it. I could do it smaller. But I like it big. This fabric made the most sense. I had some in 18 count that would have looked nice, but this fabric looked so nice. So that's gonna get started this week. It's been on my plan for a while. I also want to do Stitch Crip's Cabinet of Curiosities sal, but I don't think I can do both of those at the same time, not with some of the other stuff I have going on. So it's coming. I'm really looking forward to that one though. And Owl Forest Embroidery's Treasure Island sal. Oh my gosh, I need that so bad. I need that so bad. So that might be in my future. Misery. So let's talk about whips. It's sal season, I guess. I don't know. Oh, this is the best travel stitching thing I have gotten so far. So I was complaining to my sister that every time I'm travel stitching, I lose my orts. And I collect my orts. I really like that pastime. And so she was like, oh, I have this little tin. It's perfect for collecting orts. There's orts in it right now. And it magnetizes, it's because it's metal, it'll magnetize to my iPad, my tablet case. Magnetize my tablet case. My scissors magnetize to the tablet case, like the little closure magnets. It's perfect. It's perfect for travel stitching. So this is another sal I'm doing right now. This is Tiny Modernist Make Today Magical sal. I love this thing so much. It's so pretty. And this is where I was last time. And I made some really good progress on part 2. Part 3, I think it's released June 1st. So I want to be ahead of the game. She is so generous with her time on sals. She's so nice. And here's where I'm at today. So I got some more moons in. I got this moth. I think it might have been outlined last time. I can't remember. Editing Lauren will know, but Lauren right now does not know. I got the moth finished. I got the eye started. I forgot a color, so I couldn't finish the eye. And I got started on the other moth. And that's really all that's in this part, which I'm kind of thankful for. I've got a lot of stuff going on. Hi. And so this small part is super great. I'm loving this. I'm loving my fabric choice. That's the top. There's 2 inches of edge. Just doesn't feel like a lot of edge, but I'm loving my fabric choice. I am loving the colors. This is just a lovely stitch. Highly recommend. Tiny Modernist is one of my favorite designers, so that's Tiny Modernist. That's Barbara Anna. That's not Tiny Modernist. Where's else? Oh, right here is Tiny Modernist. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, there's too much crud on my table. It's Tiny Modernist Haunted House right there. I love her stuff and I love them big. That's just the way we roll with her beautiful stuff. So, very pleased with that. Put my little... So next up is I Want to Believe by Alliton Embroidery. This one has been on my rotation for a long time. Like, I think I started it in April of 2022. That doesn't feel right. It was later than that. November of 2022? It just feels like it's been around a long time. But I'm finally like really banging out some progress. So here's where I was last time. Oh God, the animal hair. And here is where I'm at today. So I am really filling in sky, like really filling in sky. These trees are in this dark navy, and it is just too dark to work at when I'm not in my perfect setup. Like I need light to work on that dark on dark. But all this sky, I am just like banging through. And the spacecraft, I believe that's the edge of the spacecraft. The spacecraft is like right there for the I want to believe. So it is really coming along. I think I'm like 40% done on this one. I really enjoy this because it's mindless. Like I have to keep my stitches neat because it's these big walls of color. But it's pretty much just like a type of fill. And I really like that. I need to get started on the trees though, because my I'm going to be all trees if I'm not careful, and that's going to be boring. So try and get some work done on those soon. So that's coming along quickly. All right. Next up is Till Death by the Lonely Seaman. And this I'm doing as a gift stitch for my cousin Cassandra, who is getting married this fall. Oh, also my awesome best friend and former co-host is getting married in June. And of course, I'm part of the wedding party. And so we are like just running towards wedding. So that is also, I'm really excited. I got my bridesmaid's dress. I got to go try it on and see what needs done to it. But it'll be a lot of fun. So that's coming up in the summer too. But here's where I was. I didn't say that. Here's where I was. I'll put that up earlier. You guys know. Here's where I'm at. I got legs. Got some leggies. So this is the girl in the picture. This is her dancing legs. And I even filled in like her hip bone. One leg is, the skeleton is completely filled in. So I think I'm about 25% done with this whole piece. This is another one that's just going to kind of go pretty quickly. And it's so pretty. Like I'm just loving the neon green on this splotchy, acid washed, grungy fabric. The dark skeleton against the technically black background that's washed out. I just love that. It is going to be, I hope she really, really loves it. I feel like it's perfectly her, but you never know. She might be making a change towards cottagecore that I just don't know about. I don't think so, but her fiance is also like the picture of these two I'll put it back up here. She no longer has long hair. She used to have really long hair. But that little flip and I picture these two little skeletons wearing Vans and and having like headband, like the girl having a headband, like it's perfectly them. So it makes me happy to have found that. Like I was looking for something that was just that little bit of romantic and upbeat and positive, but that little bit of punk. And that is so perfect. So last but not least for the whips. And then we'll do, well, I'm just flying through this. I guess I don't have, is there a whip in here? Did I do this whip? I did this one. I just didn't put it on my pile. I'm just like yammering, and I guess I'm talking quickly. I don't know. This is, hang on, back in the bag, because I don't have a picture for this one. Because it's my old ass magazine. Upside down. This is Schoolhouse Sampler by StoneyCreek. And this is where I was last time. And this is where I am today. So I still haven't gotten to the top yet. I'm almost there. But look at that. Look at that. Ah! It's amazing how now that I'm really putting the pedal down, how fast this is going. So I finished up all the back stitching on the schoolhouse itself. That is all stitched in. I finished up all the stitching on the swing girl side. Started the back stitching. So the hills are all back stitching. The tree is like half done there. The girl's all outlined. I just need to put the ropes to her swing. Made some progress down here on the border. Which is a pain in the butt because all those are pretty separated. I'm going like there. I'm what's it called? What's it called when you reach it way out? It's not called walking. I don't know. I have stitches on the back because this fabric's very thick and you can't really see through it, but trailing? That word has just like left my vocabulary. But yeah. But so if anybody cares about that, I'm not doing those as singles. Absolutely not. So then I will start on the top. And I just want to point out, like, take a good look at this. Look at how pretty it is. It's very, I mean, it's very still country, but look comparatively, you'll really see it when I do the letters, but look how light and washed out and like it's just a different vibe. I changed those colors to update it to be less quintessentially that vibe of 90s. I updated the colors to be more saturated, more more saturated, more, I don't know, modern, I guess, slightly. I mean, it's still a very country cute pattern, but I just felt like that really, really pale blues and pinks were just like taking anything out of it. So I updated it, and I think just that little bit of update really breathes some life into this piece. I mean, it's not ever going to be modern cross stitch, but it's going to be very pretty. And I like it a lot. So I will finish up the back stitching on the swing girl, finish up this tree, get it outlined, finish up that bottom border, and then I'm going up to the top to start on the alphabet and the top border up here. As you can see, there's all this beautiful empty space that I am going to fill in. Yeah. Very pleased with this piece. Can't wait to have it done and off my list. Get something else into its spot, into its focus spot. That is all my cross stitch updates. I should have brought a cup of water down here. Feel the need to cough. That is all my cross stitch updates. I hope you have enjoyed them. I've enjoyed working on them. I'm going to get to a haul here in a second because I have this really awesome box to look through. But what sales are you guys doing? What are your, what are the things that are coming up in this stitchy season? I think people are starting their Halloween stitching already. So tell me all about the sales you're doing or the like series. If you're doing, if you're working on any of like, I know like, Witchy Stitcher has like the Chopping Mall series and things like that. What are you working on? What's the thing in your rotation that you're like, you know, piecing up and chunking up? I'd love to see what you're working on. So let's unbox. This is the In Full Bloom Epic Box. And let me tell you the story of why it's the Epic Box. In Full Bloom Bestitch Me listed, they have 5 mystery boxes coming out this year. I'm probably going to do all 5 because I love them. And when they were advertising this one, they were like, gonna go fast. Get it the day of. That hype. Because because I've been on a couple of those where you have to go the day of. It wasn't. It was around for like maybe a week, which is still not long. If you'd forgotten, you would have missed it. But the day of, I have alarms, I have all this stuff. And we are traveling that day. We are driving, I don't know. I think we were driving down to Hagerstown for something. And so we're driving, and I realize we have left at a different time than was planned. And so I'm going to have to buy this thing on the drive. So I tell my sister, who's in the passenger seat, just at the 5-minute mark, start refreshing the page. And when you see it, buy it for me. So she does. She's refreshing the page. And then we're going through an area that has no signal. 0 signal. So she's starting to freak out. And I'm like, it's okay. If we miss it, we miss it. But it's okay. And she's like, no, I really want to get this for you. Like, you had planned to do this. And we had changed times to go. I think because of something she had asked to do that morning. And so she's like, I want to get this for you. So she refreshes the page. She sees it. She buys it. She goes through. She boop, 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 boop. Just gets it. And then she looks at me and she goes, and that'll be $300. And my face, I think I turned like 2 shades lighter. I was like, which is already, a feat. I'm like, what? It's supposed to be like $120. And it was like $340. And I was like, what? And she's like, is that not right? I'm like, no. And so she goes, yeah, the In Full Bloom Epic box. And I was like, no, just the box. She's like, there's only one choice. There's only one choice. So what had happened was the Bestitch Me had put out the Epic box, and then like maybe a second or 2 later, put out the other box, and then put out the basic box, which is what I wanted. It was like Epic Deluxe Basic. She had panicked, seen the first box that was listed, and grabbed it. So, I very thankfully had gotten some birthday money from an uncle, cousin, person we're close to in our family. He's kind of like he was kind of like my mom's brother. But I think they were cousins. And so I put that on it. But, and then she was like devastated. I'm like, it's fine. Like, it's fine. It's okay. She's like, you didn't want to spend your birthday money. I was like, birthday money is for things you love. I love cross stitch. I will love this. It's fine. It's okay. But it was just like the whole trip. She was like, I was trying to figure out how to pay for this thing. And she was devastated. And I was like, if I have to call and cancel, I have to call and cancel. Like I could have done it. Like, it would have been fine. It was just, it's now a very funny story. But at the time, the fear that hit me is like, But anyway, I have the Epic box now. And it is quite epic. You totally 100% get what you pay for. This is, and Sarah and I were talking about, I've now done several of these mystery boxes. Which do I think is best? And I was like, this is definitely the best box I've gotten, but I paid significantly more for it. I actually think Starlight Stitchery right now, I've done the Witchy Stitcher every once in a while, does a mystery box. They're excellent. They are excellent boxes. I think Starlight Stitchery, of the regular ones that I see, like they do something fairly regularly, they do beautiful stuff. I highly recommend them. But that said, I'm going to do a basic box of this to compare, because this really isn't a comparison. This is like saying, somebody gave me a steak dinner. How's that compare? Let's rate fast food restaurants, or, not fast food restaurant, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just a different world. You really can't compare it. So let's go through and see what we got. So first on top is something I've been really needing, which is a new project bag. Look how pretty that is. Beautiful. And it's nice and big. Like, I feel like you could totally get an 11-inch Q-snap in this. No problem. No problem. So this is this is a project bag by Lynn Stitches Creates, which I think that's her card there. So yeah. And it's beautiful. It's very sturdy. It is very nicely made. I super love it. So I've been needing more project bags desperately. So that's going to get filled up probably with the Greenhouse of Oddities. So yay. Next in here is this very nice grime guard. I don't really use grime guards, but I probably should. This might get me. I have one other grime guard, and I should probably be using them more. I'm always seem to be stitching really close to the edge of my thing. Like I'm a bitch about moving my stuff. So I will stitch right up to the edge, like putting the needle in sideways to get around the edge of the hoop or the Q-snap. But yeah, very pretty. A pattern for Sprout Love by Rebecca Murphy. That's weird. At Sambree Stitches. My sister's college roommate was named Rebecca Murphy, and I was just checking the spelling on that. She spelled her name a little weird. So I was just checking. I'm like, that's interesting. And it is so cute and pretty. I love the way they finished that on the sun. Even if I didn't finish mine on the sun, I think I would do this rope finish. Giving me ideas. Loving it. Super cute. Lots of goodies. Let's do goodies first. So, these are flower floss drops. We were just talking about floss drops. How pretty are those? So it's got the main floss and a little place for your cuts. And they are really nice. Get some stickers and use those up on a project. And you get a decent set of them. Like how many? I don't know, like 15 or 20? More than 10. Floss drops. Probably 15. Very nice. Very nice size. As well as a complimentary thread keep for the floss drops. Super cute. Totally gonna use that. Did I tell it? Oh, one I left upstairs because it was not fitting back in this box. A woodcut flower needle minder. And then there was, I'll put a picture in here. I'm not going to run up and get it. I'll put a picture in here of this super awesome little ort jar, like decorated ort jar. And the topper there is a needle minder. And I have decided to store/display some of my needle minders I don't really use that much, but are very cute and on theme, on the top of the lid. So it's like a little needle minder display. I really like collecting needle minders. What is in this? Oh, a really pretty scissor fob with a little flower charm at the bottom. Love that. Super cute. I don't fob my scissors. This is cute and shiny enough that I might. I don't say might. I will. I will be putting a fob on those scissors. And then this was my favorite thing when I was reading through this, when it came. These are awesome stitching tools. And I am always looking for just little stitching tools. So this one, I wasn't actually sure what this was. This is a boo-boo brush. So it's a little brush with a soft bristle. And I think it is for if you get a little stain on your fabric or need to just clean up a small spot. I think that is what this is for. It's not really like, I mean, I guess it's stiff enough that you could like straighten threads with it, but I don't know why you would with this. Like, just use a needle to do that. Whereas I can see it being to like spot clean, like, oop, I dropped a little tiny bit of something on my fabric. I don't want to wash the whole fabric. Let's just fix this boo-boo. I think that's what it's for. These really beautiful counting pins. I have seen these used. I probably wouldn't have invested in them for myself. Now that I have them, I will always use them. Always. So if you're like, oh crap, I got to count out pretty significantly far, or I need to mark the edges of where my fabric, where my stitching is when I'm cutting fabric or something like that, just pop these down in to mark, to demarcate, you know, so many stitches. I think that's brilliant. I think those are so pretty. I will use these all the time. This is a brilliant little idea. This is a fobber, or a frogger. I'm sorry, fobber. This is a frogger. It is just a needle, a very blunt needle, but it has a bunch of beads on it. The number of times I'm frogging, and I hit a little snag and go, ping, and my needle goes to land somewhere in carpet. And now everything stops. Get down on your hands and knees. Go look. Where is it? I don't know. Pull the ottoman away. Like, where did it go? Open, like, push the couch back. We're looking for a needle in the carpet. This would be so easy to find. So easy to find. Brilliant. It's not a hard thing to make either. It just never occurred to me to do. This is why I love these kind of boxes, like curated boxes for our hobby, because I wouldn't even know this was a thing, and it's so smart. This is a bead minder, another brilliant little bit of kit. I've seen these around. So it is a little needle minder, but there is sticky gel in the plate. So you put your beads on there and you just pick them up instead of having the whole bead thing next to you on the table that gets bumped, or having to pour out or pick up one at a time. You just put like 15, 20 beads on there and just go to town. Refill it safely. It's very sticky. There's a little piece of parchment paper over it right now, so that's why. Another brilliant little bit of tool that I probably don't bead enough that I would have bought it for myself. But it feels like, a seasoned cross stitcher has given me this, which is, I love that. That's what I'm in mystery boxes for, is like fabric, floss, and tools. Like, I'm not really like, do I love all the little extras that most people put in a box, you know, like chocolates or a little postcard or little fun smelly stuff? Sure, I love it. But I'm buying this for the cross stitch supplies. Like let's all understand why we're here. Like, vibes are very important. I'd rather you spend that extra money on something to do with my hobby. I'll go buy a scent I like, you know. But I do see the benefit of it. Like, Starlight Stitchery always puts wax melts in hers. They're lovely. She usually puts like a little snack. They're lovely. But this just felt very purposeful to me. A floss pack. Look how beautiful those are. Look how beautiful those are. Like, I'm just in love with this one. I don't even know what color it is, but I'm in love with this like blue and yellow and this pink, green, and yellow. Like, this is so pretty. These are 15 10-yard skeins of dyed silks from Be Stitch Me, and they are beautiful. I can't wait to use them. I definitely have the collection enough. I'm so careful with my hand dyed stuff. Like, you know, I want to use it in something special. I have enough. It just needs, I'm just gonna start using it and making all my projects a little special. Instead of just being like, someday, somewhere, there's going to be exactly the thing that needs these colors. No, just use it. It's made to be used. If it just sits in a bag like this forever. And you just go, ooh, how beautiful. Put that beautiful stuff out in the world. It's very hard for me. It's very hard for me. But I'm going to do it. And last but not least, the Epic box came with 3 full-sized pieces of fabric. These are all in, I believe, 28 count, because that's my jam. I need to get rid of some 28 count. And they are gorgeous. So this one, I'm just gonna open it halfway, is Flower Patch. 28 count Lugana, and the lights in here are washing it out. You would not believe how bright that pink is. That pink is gorgeously bright. Fading into purples, fading into blues, fading into grays. Like, so pretty. Yeah, the lights are just washing the snot out of it. Let me, if I can get it. Can I get it to show? Sometimes the light will be weird enough that I can kind of make it happen, but today it will not be. It's coming there a little bit. You're missing out. Does that show? Like, the contrast between this lip and this pink is so high, and it's just like not showing at all. Let's see if it'll pick up this one. This one is In Full Bloom. Oh, it's picking up a little better. Not again, hot pink to red, hot pink, and it is just wiping it out. But so pretty, so pretty. I have a couple pinks now, and I have no idea what I'm going to stitch with them because pink doesn't tend to be my color. But I'm going to find something. And last one is Sunflower, which now that yellow's showing up pretty good. That is a pretty, yeah, that is a pretty accurate yellow. I don't know why the pinks and blues are not coming through right. Look how pretty it is. Look at the splotchinesses. And now I'm wondering, do I like that better than this for the greenhouse? The yellow might be a little too much for the greenhouse. See, a lot of stuff I tend to stitch is like a lot of neutrals and things like that. And I feel like the fabric would just completely overwhelm the pattern. So I want to stitch like an all black sampler and let the fabric really shine. But I don't want to do 100 all black samplers on all this beautiful, like I gotta find a way to have that meeting of pattern and fabric, you know. Gotta be more adventurous with my fabric and pattern pairings. I always say I'm not actually like, and maybe you guys, I don't mean this of all cross stitchers, but I cross stitch because somebody tells me exactly what to do to get the result I want, right? Like I want it to look like the thing they're showing me, and they tell me what colors to buy, what to put it on. Like I don't find myself creative in that way. But I'm slowly working those muscles, right? I'm slowly trying to work those muscles more. But it's not something that naturally comes to me. I'm very much like, another hobby I've very heavily considered getting into is like Lego sets. Not Lego sets. Like buying a thing where they give me the exact instructions, find the exact piece to make the thing I want. That's where my brain is. I just very much like that rote part of it. So, the pairing of fabric and pattern, finding that like harmonious, like complementary is hard for me. I also struggle with some colors. People that are new here might not know, I have a type of color blindness that I used to know the name of that has since eluded me. Basically it's blue yellow, but not like, it's not color blindness is like a spectrum. You're on the slider. My slider isn't like all the way down where I cannot see those colors at all. But when you start getting shades of things, it's just completely gone. Like, I cannot see the difference between blue and gray, or blue. Purple looks more red, apparently, to me. And, you know, like, I'm not picking up the blue as hard as most people would be. So I always doubt myself when it comes to colors, too. I have my sister do a lot of it. And so because of that, I don't trust myself with color. So finding that pairing is, again, like, hard. I'm like, ooh, what if there's something in this that I'm not seeing correctly, and it just completely, you know, makes my fabric choice not make sense. But I'm trying, and I get lots of opinions, so that helps me feel better about it. I get lots of like, what do you think? Let's look these together. Let's get these all out. Let's get better light. We need better light. It's pretty bad. But yeah, so that was the Epic in full bloom box. It was a wonderful box. Absolutely loved it. But it was the Epic box. So I feel a little like I can't really pass judgment, because it's literally the best box I've gotten. I loved every single piece of it. But I paid a lot more for it, so not exactly the best comparison. But I think I have another Black Needle Society monthly box coming. I think it might be in the mail right now. And I definitely did order, it won't be coming anytime soon, but I definitely did order another Bestitch Me box, but the basic box. So we'll see. We'll see how that compares. I am hoping to make some new starts soon. I hope you all are having a wonderful start of spring, summer. It's almost Memorial Day. It's almost time to like sit outside and stitch on the back porch versus sitting inside and stitching inside, right? I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Stay safe. Stay sane. Bye.